What if one of your greatest strengths is also one of your greatest vulnerabilities? Many of us take pride in being dependable. We're the people others call when they need support, advice, encouragement, or help. And at first, that feels good. It feels meaningful. It feels like love. But what happens when showing up for everyone else starts costing you your peace, your energy, your relationships, and even your sense of self? That's what we're exploring today. Showing up for people is a beautiful thing. It builds trust, it strengthens relationships, it reminds others that they're not alone. The world needs compassionate people. The problem isn't caring. The problem begins when caring becomes carrying. When being supportive stops being a choice and starts feeling like an obligation. For many people, the pressure to always show up has deep roots. Maybe they learned early in life that their value came from being useful. Maybe they became the strong one in the family. Maybe they discovered that being needed felt safer than being vulnerable. Over time, helping others can become tied to identity, not consciously, but quietly. The question shifts from, do I have the capacity to help, to, what will happen if I don't? Here's the reality. Every person has limited resources, limited time, limited emotional energy, limited attention, limited finances, limited capacity. When everyone has access to those resources, eventually something gets depleted. Often it's rest, sometimes it's health, and frequently it's the relationships closest to us. Because the people we love most often receive what's left after everyone else has already received our best. Another challenge emerges when we begin expecting others to show up the way we do. When someone says no, when they set a boundary, when they choose not to get involved, it can feel disappointing, even hurtful. But healthy relationships require room for different capacities. Not everyone can give the same way. Not everyone should. Support offered freely strengthens relationships. Support demanded through guilt weakens them. The answer isn't to stop caring. The answer is learning the difference between compassion and responsibility. You can love people deeply without carrying every burden. You can support others without sacrificing yourself. You can set boundaries without becoming selfish. In fact, boundaries often protect the very relationships we're trying to preserve. Because when we manage our resources wisely, we have more to offer where it matters most. If you're someone who always shows up for others, this message isn't criticism. It's an invitation. An invitation to ask whether your generosity is sustainable. An invitation to recognize that your worth isn't measured by how many people depend on you. And an invitation to remember that taking care of yourself is not abandoning others. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is stop carrying what was never yours to carry. Care deeply, give wisely, protect your peace.